Alright, so we kind of hate our bathroom. We thought that painting it this color was making it a little bit better, but it didn't really work for us.
And it was leftover paint from the rest of the Comvee that we didn't really want to waste, so we just did it. And I hated it because it looked like a giant Easter egg had vomited in there. Not my style, or Roman's for that matter.
And we also hate this, our medicine cabinet. Like, it's just too small. I mean, it's fine for if you're going on a week-long vacation at most, but we needed something bigger for full time. We've been shoving all of this stuff in there, and it's a mess because it's literally just shove it in there. As long as it fits, we'll figure it out later.
Also, I find medicine cabinets annoying because you can never find anything, and this one was hard because of how small it was. Yeah, you can move the shelves around, but it just didn't work.
It was just too shallow. That's the biggest thing. There wasn't enough depth to it.
Not to mention the fact that it took up valuable counter space. I don't understand why this was put here, but it was. And it was drilled in through the cabinet to keep it obviously in place.
Just 2 bolts at the bottom that were literally through the cabinet, through the countertop, and just took the nut off of the bottom and just pulled the bolt right up through the top, and that was it. It came right out from there. Yeah, you can see the hideous original wallpaper that we had, and underneath the cabinet, where we didn't get to paint it that much the first time.
I happen to have the black paint left over from the stair redo, and so I just decided to paint the bathroom black, yeah. Here we are at the before of us deciding to take out the toilet.
Yeah, we decided that it just wasn't enough.
Yeah.
It was a start, but we needed to do more with it.
This was something I had in my old bedroom as a child that kept a lot of like knick-knack things in, and it's fine, but not fan of pink.
And we thought maybe we'll do something to it to make it seem like it actually fits in this bathroom with the motif that we're currently building.
So while it was hanging up, I thought, oh yeah, I'm gonna paint it. And black, once again, of course.
It matches. Alright, so it's been unscrewed. Can you get the... Good thing I wore underwear for this.
Oh my god. Oh my god!
Oh! There was water in it.
At least it was just water. At least it was just water. Oh my god, ew. I'm glad to be getting rid of this toilet.
Oh yeah, I need...
What you need is a wrench.
We're gonna need towels.
Yeah, well, there's... Oh my god, ew. Let's take the toilet outside. Ah, door! Ew, 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 ew. We classy.
Yeah. You've been filming portrait this whole time?
Yes.
I'm not gonna go into all that. Taking things out of an RV, I've come to realize that, I don't know if it's this RV, or if it's RVs in general, but everything is holding everything else into place. We're gonna take out the toilet, or the fridge, or a shelf, or something, and we realize that there's another structural piece that's holding it into place.
Yeah.
And it's like, so I tried to take out this, and this was blocking it. I tried to take out something over here, and something else was like, holding it in. So it's like, where did they start at when they did this thing? Where did they finish at? It's like a giant puzzle.
Jenga pieces.
What's that? What are those art pictures where it's all just like staircases and people that just...
Oh, crud.
We'll put it in.
Yeah.
We'll put his name in somewhere. But it's like one of those like art masterpieces where it's like, it's all woven together. And it's like, where did they start at? Because everything's holding everything else into place.
And some of the things that don't make sense is right here. That you can see the screw holes because I'm lazy and I didn't get rid of them. But this was where our old toilet paper roll thing was. And then, after we were taking out the toilet, we discover under here, you can't really see it very well.
It's underneath
But
there.
there's another rack. Not to mention the fact that this sink is the stupidest sink ever invented. You cannot, I repeat, you cannot wash your hands off in there. It's impossible. It's so
but
stupid.
all of this sink.
This bathroom was poorly designed, to say the
And
least.
they, apparently, whatever they did was like, carpeting was like the first thing they put down. Because this damn pink carpet is under everything. It was under the toilet. It's under this. Like, I had to cut the pink carpet off from around this hole.
That
Who
face
carpets
depicts
a bathroom?
Right?
There's carpet under the toilet seat, and obviously it's soaked.
Right? Who carpets
And
bathrooms?
this is the
honestly?
wood underneath. Like, this wood is damp and soaked in, and like, this is gonna have to dry out a little bit, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
So gross.
I also have plans on redoing this whole step. I'll let you get down in there.
We're gonna redo this whole friggin' box because there's cords under there for various things, but probably not this giant box worthy once we get rid of the gray thing. But yeah, I was happy just to finally get that stupid pink carpeting off the back because every time I looked in here at that toilet in the back, like with the pink carpet, so gross, so gross. So we used to have a fan right here, but as you can see by these broken pieces, watch. Just one day I turned it on and it just shattered. Or like else I would turn it on to vent out the water damage in here, but like for some weird reason, this thing just decided it was just gonna shatter as soon as I turned it on one day.
So this was our solution to literally plugging up the hole that's currently in the floor. The flange for the toilet was actually glued into the RV. But I was able to pick this up from Ace Hardware for like $6. The idea is that you can screw down the top and it expands the rubber seal and it clogs up the hole. And it's been a couple of days and there has been zero smell come through the bathroom. The bathroom has literally never smelled as good as it has with the toilet in it.
Alright, so we're trying to take out the shelf. And it was screwed in. Yeah, here and here. No problem taking the screws out. And this is literally what it's like in this place. You take out a couple of screws and for the most part, like, you realize, oh, that's all that was holding that in. Apparently it was held in by screws inside on this side. Interestingly enough, they gave me zero resistance. I did not even know those were there until I took this out. But then it's screwed in on this wall. And from underneath here, you probably won't be able to see it very well, but there's no screw ends. It's like this. So this was, apparently somehow this bathroom was built, but with this wall not having, been finished. And that's how they were able to screw it in, obviously. So it's like this puzzle pieces of where did they start with the building of this place? Where did they start with the construction? Oh my god, everything just like is so tied in with itself. It's a crazy. I'm gonna have to cut this out. I'm gonna have to strip everything off except for the piece of wood that's still screwed in and figure out a way to cut it out. So I was actually able to rip out most of this with my hand, which again doesn't bode too well for the structural integrity. But you can see the issue now. You see the issue now of what we're working with.
In order to get the screws out of this piece of wood, I literally just took a flat-headed screwdriver and a hammer and broke off the wood around the screw. And from there, obviously, I was able to just take the piece of wood right off the wall and work with the screws. Now from there, I literally was just able to back the screws out of the wall by hand and just grab them from behind and pull them out of the wall.
Now we actually made this with some liquid resin that we had. We had an ice cube tray that was a bunch of different skulls. We decided, we're going to try pouring some of this liquid resin in it, see how it turned out, and it turned out pretty amazing. All it is just clear resin and then really dark purple glitter. The backs were not level because it didn't dry flat. So I just took some sandpaper and sanded it down to a flat surface and made sure it was scored enough that when we glued it down to the cabinet, the glue had something to actually grab a hold of. It opened up from here and it didn't really work because it was coming right at us, so we switched the hinges to the other side. And this is how this turned out. Pretty dang good. Glued in there nicely. And it's fun to just grab and use it to open the door.
And that's where we're at so far. I guess that's really part one of our bathroom because clearly it's not finished yet.
No. On the upside, though, I have greatly enjoyed not standing on a tiny stool in order to use the bathroom.
Yeah, we have our cassette toilet sitting on a stool now. That's a little bit more of an appropriate height for a toilet in general. Right now, we're actually kind of going back and forth between the Nature's Head composting toilet, which if you watch any other RVers or full-time travelers, it's kind of like the standard for what people are using, but it seems like it's almost just as much of a hassle as our cassette toilet, if not more, to be honest.
Yeah.
So we're also looking at this Livio dry flush bag toilet that is a bag that every time you flush it, it vacuum seals. You have to buy cartridges for them, but there's stuff that you have to buy regularly for the other composting toilet. You have to buy medium.
Peat moss, you still have to empty out a pee bucket. But with the bag toilet, it'd be easier for us to boondock.
You can literally just put it in a trash bag and put it in any trash can.
Because it's double sealed, so our situation, of course, is different. So we don't know what we're going to do yet.
Yeah, until we make a decision, and also until we get the money to actually buy the toilet, because both of them are about $1,000 for the toilet itself. So again, if you have any opinions or suggestions, leave a comment. If you think one way or the other, or if you want to throw out a third option, at this point we're still considering everything. And that's that. Like I said, this is kind of part one, and we'll keep you updated.
It was originally going to be just painting. I was really just enjoying painting and getting rid of the horrible Easter egg color, but things snowballed, as they usually do.
If you don't stop, you get more down. Well, I guess we have to take our dogs outside.
But first, the fun part. Mama's gonna go take care of business. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Do it. Yeah. Jeez. Oh boy. Okay, let me move the camera.